Hello YouTube, I'm back again with another video out here in the workshop. And today I got a lot of stuff to show you. I went to my local Lowe's and they had these on clearance. Normally $24 for a package of 3. They're for a circular saw. This is going to be for my battery operated DeWalt. And yeah, you can't go wrong with they were on clearance. They were 24 something for a pack. I got them for $7.07 each. So I bought the last 2 because you just never know what goes on in your workshop. You might need it. And even if they dull quick, you know, it's well worth the money. So that's one thing I purchased. Another thing you see here is the Wen mobile base. Can support up to 500 pounds. And there's the model number, in case you're wondering. Now I've searched, I do a lot of research on the computer for the best price. And the actual company that makes these is the cheapest around. Amazon's not cheap. You know, eBay. I usually shop on eBay. No, I can't find it cheap. So you go to their website, Wen's. They're not associated. No, they might be with the hair products, but don't go there if you're looking for tools and stuff. But yeah, I went to their website, typed in that model number, and this came up. And this was like $57 shipped to the house, or $54, around there. And you don't have to pay tax or shipping. If the order's over $25, you get free shipping. So that was cool. So you're probably wondering, well, why did you buy this? Well, while I was on the website, I bought that. It's a Wen 10-inch bandsaw. It showed up in the mail 1 day late. Right there is the model number. And that's what she looks like on the box. Yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to assemble this. I'm going to assemble that stand. I'm going to put it on that stand so I can move it around. Like my table saw, I can move that all around and lock it right into place. I mean, that's perfect for a small little workshop that I have here. So today's video, I'm going to go ahead and put all this together. And I'm going to pause it so I don't bore you on the installation here, putting everything together. So yeah, there it is. And this here, for the price, oh my gosh, their website is amazing. It was only $304 and some change shipped to the house. Everywhere else wanted starting bid was $324 plus tax. And again, for some reason I didn't have to pay tax on that again, and definitely not shipping. So $304. I saved, oh boy, about 50 some dollars. So I figured, well, with that savings of that 50 some dollars, I'll buy the mobile base. So that's what I did. And I'm kind of excited to get this put back together because I do miss my bandsaw. My big 12-inch was sitting right there. But that didn't have a mobile base. I had to keep dragging around, and then it kind of sucks when you have to drag tools around across the floor. It scratches the floor up. And so what we're going to do today is I'm going to go ahead and start unboxing this. Alright, I already got done cutting it up, cutting off the bands. We're going to go ahead and open this up together. It has a protective top on it, so if you use a knife, you don't have to worry about slicing anything. Get out of there. Okay, you are greeted with the owner's manual right there. 10-inch bandsaw from Wen. Put that up there. And you get a fairly cheap miter gauge. It's already off. It's not set correctly. So that's right about there. It feels pretty cheap, but that's alright. I probably won't even use this as much. So that's plastic here and a piece of aluminum. Okay, let's throw that bag over there. And then we have the rail, which feels pretty nice. Get that out of the package here. Has the measurements right there. You hook this on, you slide it back and forth to get the right cuts on there, the right measurements. You get a bag of tools. That's pretty nice. You get a 10mm open end wrench and a 13 and a very long Allen wrench, which is awesome. And it looks like the feet and everything are in there, and screws. That's probably for, you know, pretty much everything, putting everything together. And then you have the legs. Wow, those are heavy. Yeah, you got the legs right here. They are pretty stout. I bet you that weighs probably about 10 pounds right there. Wow. That's thick and nice. So we'll put that up here. And then you also have the rest of it, of the stand. Right there. And again, they're nice and thick and heavy. That's probably about 3 pounds right there of metal. Not too bad so far. Yeah, this is my first experience with the Wen brand. I've been just seeing so many good reviews, and the price, they said, the price that you pay and what you get, it's really good. Now here's the top. Boy, that's light. That's aluminum. We're going to keep that right in the package because it's a little bit of oil on there. I don't know if you can see that. There's oil on it, which is a good thing. Put that aside. Oh, what else we got here? Another chunk of cardboard. And then the last piece is the fence. I never had a bandsaw with a fence, so this is going to be my first experience with it, so it's going to be kind of nice and handy to have. There it is. It's out of the bag now. The plastic thumb nuts here, or whatever you want to call it, that slides back and forth. That's a pretty cheesy handle. And then there's the sight glass. Not too bad, I guess, for what it is. Put that over there. And now we take off the big boy, the big piece of styrofoam. Woo! Look at that. Let's see if you guys can see that in the box there. There we go. Oh, the blade's already put on it, which is good. Yeah, that's how she looks like when you get it in the mail. It doesn't look like there's any damage. I was a little worried about the damage. Okay, I'm going to try to... Oh boy, this thing's heavy. See if I can lift it up out of this box. I should be able to. I get my fingers around that. Yep. Alright. There's that. Bring it back up here a little bit. Whew. Yeah, she's a little heavy. Well, she's standing up here. I'll take the plastic off of her. Oh, it comes with a nice little LED light. And there's oil all over here dripping, which is a good thing because it means, you know, it's not rusting or anything. Well clean, and there's a big hefty motor on the bottom there. Dust ports, okay. And then you got the ball bearings here for the wheel, the blade guides. Alright. Well, that's what she looks like out of the box. See, I can't turn that around at the moment. But, okay, we're going to go from there. Alright, that was the unboxing of the saw itself. Now we're going to go ahead and unbox the mobile base and show you what you get. Yeah, there's some damage here in shipping right there. So hopefully that doesn't mean anything. We're going to go ahead, cut this off, open it up, take a look. And again, they put this little styrofoam in here. It wasn't almost in the middle, so when you cut it, you don't have to worry about it. Cutting the product again. Alright, so this is what you get. Make sure you can see that. Everything's in the box. So we're going to go ahead, take stuff out and see what we have. We have the sides. We have these here. Not sure exactly what they do yet. We have more sides. Everything's a nice bubble wrap. There we go. So these are longer. Like that, put those there. And then you also get a bag of screws. Looks like there's lock nuts on there. It's awesome. You get some wheels. Boy, they're pretty sturdy wheels. Some nice ball bearings up there. And they feel like rubber. But they could be plastic. But boy, they feel like it. And then here's the back wheels here. And they're in these little trays like this. They go in there like that. Here's the wheel mechanism to lift up everything. Here's another thing. They were in there like this together in the box. Another wheel things to put your foot on. We're going to put that right there. Take these out of the package. I like it when they're nice and bright like that, because the older you get, you can barely see. I've noticed in that, the older I get, I can barely see anything without light. Okay, there's another wheel, another corner brace, and another corner brace. And then the instructions. And that is it. That's what you see. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and assemble this first. And then I'm going to build the stand for the bandsaw. Hurry up and mount it right on this. And it'll be a lot easier in the long run here. So we'll put the corners up here like that. We'll keep this tired over here with that. So I'm going to go ahead and build this off camera. So I don't know how long it's going to take. So I'm going to show you the step-by-step instructions. Yeah, right there they are. Shows you step by step little pictures, black and white pictures. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I don't know how long that's going to take. I'll be back. Alright, well, I got some of that mobile stand put together. It was a little confusing. I just want to point out some things real quick before I complete this thing. I'm going to come closer here. Now, if you can see the wheel right here. Now, when you put this up through there, you can't get a wrench in there. I don't have a thin enough open-end wrench. It calls for a 17. As you can see, there is no freaking way. So I held on this as best I could, this circle right here, and then tighten it. And then, when it tells you to mount this on, do not over tighten this at all. Just snug it. Okay? I'll show you on the other one why. So now this is okay. And then one more thing. The instruction says, you know, to put this screwed up in there. Don't forget to take this nut off or it'll be down here. Okay? Because when I built rubber feet like this before for my old stand, I had a nut here also and here. So you could tighten them together. Well, they want you to use the same nut that was here that came on it. Take that off and you screw that up in there like that. So, and then here's that other one I was telling you about. When you do it too tight, you see how it rubs right there? Yeah, don't do that too tight because it will bring this metal in. So it's a little tight. It'll eventually get loosened up. So yeah, I just want to point that out. And then another thing is, they don't tell you very well in the picture, but you put that plastic washer on the back side instead of the front side. But when you over tighten it, you'll see a little bit of a bow right here. So don't over tighten it like I did. But it still works good. At this point now of the game, I'm going to have to build the bandsaw legs because they want you to adjust these sliders to where you need it. Well, I have no idea where I need it yet. I just want to get everything pre-built as far as I can go, and then I'll go and build the bandsaw table legs. And tools you're going to need for putting that mobile base together: 10mm a half, 5/8, 17mm, and a 13mm. Then I got a couple sockets, 13, and you're going to need a 10mm socket also. I separated out all the stuff here. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pause this. I'm going to go ahead and build the bandsaw table, and then I'll show you what happens. Alright, here's what I come up with. Now that's a perfect fit right there if I wanted to use the pre-drilled holes in the corner plates. I just quickly put the stand together. Everything is hand tightened for right now. But for the final judgment is putting the bandsaw on top of this and bolting it, and then set it down on this tray, on this wheel card, whatever you want to call it, mobile base. But what I did was I took a lot of measurements, and I did a lot of measurements here with up here on the top 15.5. So yeah, we'll just go from there. Oh boy, yeah, that's a little bit of a challenge. I hope that it's going to work out good for me. But it looks like I might do a little bit more pre-adjusting here and move some brackets closer so I get more stability here on these where they connect right here. Like move this bracket over here down probably like 2 more holes. You know, something like that, so it'll be a little sturdier. But alright, let me do that. Let me sturdy this up a little bit, and then I'm gonna put this stand on the bandsaw, and we'll go from there. Alrighty, well, I got the bandsaw stand all put together, and I put the bandsaw on top of it. Everything's nice and tight. Now this mobile base, I am not certain if this is gonna be the correct size, but it sure does look like it. I mean, I had the stand off and I put it up there and everything is like it is, so let's hope. I am going to be using these holes here, like I said, to mount the bandsaw to it, so I don't have to drill into this plate here. But that's what she looks like. I'm going to give you some measurements just in case you guys wanted to go ahead and measure it up, because I took a lot of time here seeing how long, how wide this has to be. So if I hook it on over there and go right to here, it's 24 inches. Well, actually 24 1/4. Alright, wide. Now the length, we hook it on the end, it's, we'll just call it 28. So hopefully that'll help you guys out when you put this together, because it took some time to put this together, and I just want to make sure it was right. And yeah, I ended up with 2 extra bolts, but I am going to wait to install those. I'm going to put them right on these brackets here, on the longer brackets. Right now I have 2. I'm going to put 1 more in each hole to make it a little bit more sturdy, and then that'll be it. So the moment of truth, I'm going to go ahead, put that mobile stand on the floor, and put that bandsaw on it. Wish me luck. Whoo-wee. Yeah, that was pretty difficult to do, bolting that onto that stand. I had to find the bolts and nuts, because nothing comes with that to mount it to anything. So yeah, there's a stand. It raised up about 2 inches, which is really good, because I'm almost 6 foot tall, and it's going to be kind of a, I don't know, a little different. We're walking around here, but yeah, she can move a lot better. So we got the mobile stand all put together. So that's all said and done. I put the extra bolts in on the cross piece members. As you can see down there, there's 3 going across. So now what we got to do is finish installing that stuff over there. The fence, the table. Let's go ahead and do that now. Right, we're back, and everything is together how it should be. Right now, you see the mobile cart. Okay, now let me point some things out to you. You see how that foot is mounted? There's a big, huge gap, like 2-inch gap around there. Yes, you can do some more adjustments so it doesn't do that. You could pick it up and squeeze everything together, and then this corner can probably come over here, but you have to drill a hole right there. And I didn't feel like drilling holes today, so I just wanted to get it done and over with. I've been on this project for quite a few hours now. If you do something like this, make sure you dedicate at least 2 hours of building this thing. And the instructions were okay, but there was a lot of questionable stuff that I had to trial and error. So I have the table saw, or the bandsaw all put together. I got the fence, and I adjusted this fence so the red line, if I go to 1 inch, is actually will cut 1 inch. Now when you put this on, there are 4 wing nuts here. You can see them right underneath there. You just loosen them up and then you move the whole rail to adjust it. What I did was I went to 1 inch or 2 inches, the bottom numbers right there, lock it in place like that, loosen up the wing nuts, and then put your tape measure. Let me see if I can grab it here real quick. Grab your tape measure and then adjust it for 2 inch. See, that's right on 2 inch. And I could fine tune it later if I don't like that, you know, or whatever. But that's how I adjusted it. There's a couple things I want to go over that I've noticed, that when you first get this bandsaw, you got to go over the whole thing, make sure all the bolts are tight. Because when I opened up this bottom door here, now to open up this bottom door, you just turn the knob this way and it comes open. But if you swing it open like that, it hits the handle, so you got to make sure the handle's up to let it open up all the way. But what I've noticed was this belt here was super loose. I could almost take it right off that motor, and I'm so glad that you got to check everything, because you just don't know. And an employee over in Japan might have been upset or something, didn't care or whatever. So then you turn it like that. Yes, it's unplugged. Okay, and you make sure that everything seems right before you plug it in. And it does. See, you have the brush up there that brushes off the sawdust or whatever. And it seems like it's tracking pretty good on the wheel where it's supposed to be. So yeah, it has wheel weights on there. Not really of a fan of those type of wheel weights, because they do fall off sometimes. But yeah, it shows you the diagram here for your motor, how to adjust the belt. Right now I have it on the big one. I have it on the small one, the white one I have right now. 1500 feet per minute. That's what the FPM. It's not RPM, it's FPM, feet per minute. So, with all that said, we're going to go ahead and close this door. And remember, to close it, you just have to go like this, and turn it in like that. So, we go up to the top door, we turn it, and we open it up. And we do the same thing. We just run it, just look at everything to make sure everything seems to be really well. Look at it, that only has 1 weight on it. Oh boy. You know, one of these days I should mark that with a black magic marker, the area. I should do that after this video. You know, put a line like right here on this side and probably right here with the black magic marker showing the weight where it's supposed to be. But yeah, everything looks really well made. And then, yeah, that's about it. I mean, not much to tell you about that top part, but everything seems to be good. Now, all the adjustments here seem to be okay. So if I put a little bit of pressure on this side, you can see that top right hand bearing is going. Now if I put pressure on this side, the left hand side is going. And when I go straight up down, oh, I can't do it right. There you go. See, it's not moving the bearings. That's how it should be. And it goes the same with the bottom ones too. Everything worked great. So, with all that said, here's a few more items I wanted to show you. This right here is to adjust up or down the table here. So you can get a 90-degree angle or a 45-degree angle right here set. So you make sure it's nice and flat. I haven't adjusted that yet, but I will. Well, overall, that looks really well. It looks really nice. Let's go around the back here. Yes, there's the light. Put that there like that. Here's the power cord. Not plugged in yet. But here's the screw to adjust your belt. They give you a very long Allen wrench to do that with, which is fantastic. And then your dust port, you got all those ports right there. And this here, I watched some YouTuber, and I can't remember which channel it was, but his complaint was this handle, when you loosen it, it was hitting the table and stuff. I don't know if he didn't have this option. You see how it's spring loaded, and you can turn it like that and aim it down. I don't know if, like I said, if this table was the same as mine, but then you get more leverage. Oh, what else? Here's some more adjustments here. I don't know what. Oh, this is the tilt. Yeah, the tilt of the wheel for tracking. And up here is the tension of it. That's cool. And we'll come over here again. And on this side here is a knob that lowers this down. Then you can tighten it back in, but this here, there you go. Look at that, that's awesome. Alrighty, so let me get this all plugged in and I'll turn it on. Okay, we have everything plugged in. I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the light, the LED light. This is the on-off switch right here. Whew, that is pretty bright. See, that'd be good just to have it right there so you can see your pencil line. Now we're going to turn on the saw for the first time. Oh my Lord, is that quiet. See, there might be some adjustment needed. See that bearing right there? I might have to adjust that because it's not supposed to be turning, only when there's pressure on the right side. And I don't know if I can see the bearings on the bottom there. I can't see them. But yeah, that looks awesome. Nice and quiet. Then we'll just turn off the light. Well, my pros and cons. I'm going to start doing that now. The pros of this is super quiet. Easy open doors. Metal doors. Okay, that's the big deal. Everything is metal. The stand is very heavy. Another plus. And how easy everything is to adjust is all the pluses. And of course the dust port, you know, you have all those options. Now the negative I have already, and I haven't even used this, is those feet down there. Those rubber feet. As you can tell, I ripped one. I wish they were metal, so I can mount that stand with better, because when you have this tipped over, the whole thing slides right out and the feet stay when you bolt it down. You can probably tell better on the far back one there. See, the rubber is mounted, but you can pick up this whole saw out of that. And I do not like that at all. One of these days, I'm going to probably get a piece of metal, tear this all apart again, and have my buddy MIG weld a piece of metal instead of having that rubber feet on there. See the rubber feet right there? I think that'd be a lot better in the long run. That was only my downfall, my negativity so far of the bandsaw. I just wish those feet were metal. Now on the mobile base, the instructions weren't good at all. You have to really study that. A lot of trial and error. So yeah, I just did it the way I thought of, and it worked. But yeah, the instructions weren't the greatest, and that was my negativity of the mobile base. But everything else I kind of like about it. What I do like about it is adjustable feet right there. So when you lay this down, right now it's up in the air, so I can move it around. That is so nice. Moving this whole bandsaw around and to work on things. Yeah, that's about it, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed this review and how I put it together a little bit by piece there, and hope things helped out some people, especially with the measurements down there. So alrighty guys, thanks for watching, and I'll be talking to you.